Right, thank you. So this year we'll see volume 24 of the new series of DES published, which details primarily work that took place in 2023. Unfortunately, the bad news is we don't have DES here for this launch for a number of reasons. Instantly, none of them related to the new change to submitting through OASIS 5, and none of them relating to my my failure to get it done. Just a few issues that our publisher having not their fault either. So I'm sorry, I don't basically have anything to launch. However, undeterred by that, I'm going to tell you some of the high points of it anyway. And as always, the volume features sites, surveys, and artifacts from all over Scotland, and from the early Mesolithic right up to the 21st century. This site on Isla, and I still haven't learned any Gaelic, so has been excavated by Stephen Mythen from the University of Reading over the last few years. In 2023, they excavated the earliest layers, deposits believed to be more than 10,500 years old. And among the finds were chipped stone and stone artifacts, along with organic finds such as charred hazelnut shell and charcoal. They also found a stone-lined pit and a hearth. Another exciting Mesolithic find, reported on in DES and also featured in our summer 2023 magazine, is the Araseg bone harpoon. This is an incomplete, bi-serially bi-barbed, detachable harpoon head, dated to around 5,700 to 4,000 BC. Interesting finds like that are scattered throughout DES as part of the National Museum Scotland's Treasure Trove finds for the year. And NMS also provide a list of excavation assemblages declared to Treasure Trove, which you can find at the back of the volume. In addition, we have a report on Scottish archaeological radiocarbon dates associated with National Museum Scotland 2023. Here is the community-led excavation at Taradale near Muir of Ord, run by North of Scotland Archaeological Society. This dig revealed another harpoon, this time made of antler, and other significant antler finds included 2 T-axes. This site has produced an important assemblage of antler finds dating from the Mesolithic Neolithic transition, which is of considerable significance, not only in Scotland, but also within the wider British Isles and Europe. For example, the T-axis finds change the finds distribution map by bringing Northeast Scotland into a distribution that extends from Eastern Europe through Central Europe, the Low Countries, and Denmark. As they've done for the last few years, Simon Davis and the US Community Archaeology Group continue to discover new and interesting finds over the islands. Here are examples of previously unrecorded standing stones from near Loch Olivat, believed to date from the Neolithic and or the Bronze Age. Simon's report in DES looks at intervisibility between these stones and other landmark features, including other standing stones within the area. Simon has other reports in this year's volume, including one on sheep archaeology, sheep dips, enclosures and banks on Uist. And this is a type of structure that's now mainly falling into disrepair, and as in such an archaeological rich landscape as Uist, these structures may well be misinterpreted in the future if they're not adequately recorded now. Into the Iron Age, and not one but 2 spectacular broch-type sites in Orkney. At the top, the cairns in South Ronaldsay. It's being excavated by Martin Carruthers and his team at the University of the Highlands and Islands to reveal a complex multi-phase settlement with plentiful finds. And at the bottom right, on Rousey, a research dig by Julie Bond and Steve Dockrell from the University of Bradford is racing against time and tide to record as much as possible about the monumental roundhouse at Swandrow in Westness before it is destroyed by the sea. This site featured in our summer 2023 magazine. Near to Swandrow on the site scale is another long-term research project by UHI, which features in previous DES, as well as this one. This is a multi-period site, Norse post-medieval. Which brings us to historic buildings, which form a large part of the work undertaken every year by commercial archaeologists. These developer-funded reports make up the bulk of DES, and they're not always photogenic, but this important work records and often preserves buildings and other features under threat of destruction. Here are two examples from Perthshire. A walkover survey at Invergeldy near Comrie by Steve Birch of West Coast Archaeology Services recorded 85 sites, some of which comprise large groups of structures and archaeological features. This photo shows a farm building providing a suitable microenvironment for trees, safe from wind and herbivores. Derek Hall surveyed Now's farm in Dunning and discovered this reused marriage lintel dating from 1760. AOC carried out historic building survey and archaeological evaluation at Jemimaville Old Church, a free church on the northern coast of the Black Isle. It's thought to have been built in 1822 when the village was established. And the chimney here was subject to a historic building survey as part of a larger walkover at Strathy Wood, carried out by CFA. It's believed to date to early 20th century forestry plantation works in the area. So that's been a whirlwind tour of a few of the many highlights of the next volume of DES. Again, I apologise that we don't have it here to take away. It's free to members, and if anyone would like to join up or buy a membership for a friend, our desks in the foyer, Diane at the back can help you with that. Thank you very much.
Right, we're breaking for lunch now. The afternoon session will be chaired by Dr. Diana Murray, who is President of the Society of Antiquities of Scotland. We'll be starting at 14:10. So if any of you are looking on Zoom from other lands, that's 14:10 in British time. So we look forward to seeing you then, and thank you all very much, and see you in the afternoon. Thank you.